Today, we're uncovering the incredible story of the 1971-era UK Elizabeth V new pence coin, one of the most valuable and mysterious British coins ever minted, so make sure you stay with me until the end, because I'm about to reveal the shocking history, the rare errors, and the jaw-dropping values behind this iconic 1971 coin that marked the beginning of a brand new era in British money. The background. 1971 was one of the most important years in the history of British currency. On February 15, 1971, the UK officially said goodbye to centuries of old-style money, shillings, florins, and halfpennies, and welcomed the decimal system. This was Decimal Day, a moment that completely transformed how people thought about and used money. The 1971 5 new pence coins were struck in cupronickel, weighing 5.65 grams and measuring 23.59 millimeters in diameter, exactly the same as the pre-decimal shilling. The most valuable errors and varieties: off-center strike error, £500 to £2,000, double strike error, £1,000 to £10,000, wrong planchet error, £50,000 to £300,000, die clash error, £1,000 to £5,000. How to identify a 1971 era 5 new pence coin? Here, so you can check if your coin is one of these rare treasures. Look at the date. Make sure it says 1971 under Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. Inspect both sides. Check for any doubling, off-center designs, missing letters, or faint details. Check alignment. Hold the coin between your fingers and flip it vertically. If the reverse side isn't upright, it could be a rotated die error. Weigh the coin. A standard 5p should weigh 5.65 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it might be struck on the wrong planchet, possibly worth a fortune. Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Always handle with gloves or by the edges. Get it professionally verified. Send your coin to grading services like NGC or PCGS, or have it appraised by a trusted coin expert. A certified error coin can multiply in value overnight. Recent sales and record values, although rare. A few 1971 5p errors have surfaced over the years, and the prices are jaw-dropping. In 2018, a 1971 5p with a visible double strike error sold for £2,400 at a UK coin auction. In 2020, an off-center error was privately sold for £1,750. A rumored wrong planchet prototype surfaced online in 2023, with collectors valuing it at up to £70,000 to £90,000 if authenticated. Even minor weak strike or misaligned examples have sold for £500 to £1,000 on eBay and in collector forums. So yes, a coin you once thought was worthless pocket change could actually be worth more than your car or your house. How you could find one? You might be wondering, how do people actually find these coins? Well, many of these coins are discovered by accident in old coin jars, charity boxes, or family collections that haven't been touched for decades. In flea markets, car boot sales, and antique shops, where proof or error coins can appear mixed with common change. Today we're talking about one of the most mysterious and ultra-rare coins ever minted in modern British history, the 1970-era UK Elizabeth V new pence coin, so make sure you watch until the very end, because we're going to uncover the untold story behind this incredible coin, its history, its design, its minting mysteries, and of course, how to spot if you have one of these hidden treasures. The background: the year was 1970, a defining moment for British currency. Just 2 years before decimalisation officially took place in 1971, the Royal Mint was preparing to retire the old pre-decimal coins, pennies, shillings, and florins, and introduce a brand new system that would change British money forever. By this time, the 5 new pence coin had already been circulating. Each coin was struck in cupronickel, weighing 5.65 grams and measuring 23.59 millimeters in diameter. The most valuable errors and varieties: off-center strike errors, £1,000 to £5,000, double strike error, £1,000 to £10,000, die clash or planchet error, £30,000 to £40,000, missing strike error, £500 to £2,000. How to identify a rare 1970 era 5 new pence? Now here's where things get really useful. How can you tell if you own a valuable error coin? Here's a simple checklist. Date. Look for the year 1970 under Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. Condition: proof coins will have a mirror-like shine and frosted details. If yours looks slightly different, off-center, or features faint lettering, that's a good sign. Edges and alignment. Check the edge of the coin. Is it fully milled? Are both sides aligned properly? Any rotation or offset could indicate an error. Weight and color. A genuine 1975p should weigh 5.65 grams. Anything heavier or lighter could mean it was struck on a wrong planchette. Seek professional help. If you suspect you have a rare example, don't clean or polish it. Instead, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC, or consult a reputable UK coin dealer for evaluation. Even a small imperfection could be worth thousands once verified. Known sales and market values. While 1970 era coins are exceptionally rare, a few have surfaced in auctions and collector circles over the years. Here are some examples. In 2016, a 1970 proof 5 new pence with slight off-center strike sold for £1,150 at a UK numismatic auction. In 2019, a coin displaying a double-struck reverse was privately sold for £3,400. A rumored wrong planchette error surfaced in 2022, sparking online discussions valuing it between £10,000 and £20,000, though no confirmed sale was made public. Experts believe if a verified foreign planchette error or unrecorded circulation strike from 1970 ever appeared, it could fetch up to £50,000 or more at auction. Yes, I'm talking about the 1968 era UK Elizabeth V new pence coin, one of the most mysterious and underrated treasures in British numismatic history. This isn't just pocket change. This coin could turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that changes your fortune overnight. So stay with me until the end, because today, we're uncovering the full story from how this coin came to be, to the rare errors that make it worth a small fortune, the background, to understand why this coin is so special. We need to travel back to the swinging 60s, a time of change, innovation, and decimalization. The year was 1968. Britain was preparing for a major shift in its currency system, the move from the old pounds, shillings, and pence to the new decimal system, which would officially launch in 1971. It replaced the shilling, but to ease the transition, both coins remained identical in size and weighed 23.59 millimeters in diameter and 5.65 grams of cupronickel. The most valuable errors and varieties: off-center strike errors, £500 to £2,000. Double strike error, £3,000 to £5,000. Die clash error, £1,000 to £5,000. Wrong planchette error, £50,000 to £60,000. How to identify a rare 1968 error 5 new pence? So, how can you tell if you've got one of these hidden treasures sitting in your collection? Let's go step by step. Check the date. Look closely at the date. It should read 1968. That's the first and most important clue. Inspect the design. On the obverse, the Queen's portrait should face right with clear details in the hair and tiara. Any unusual doubling, ghosting, or misalignment could indicate a mint error. Flip the coin. The reverse should display a crown thistle. If the thistle is off-center, partially missing, or appears weakly struck, it could be an error worth investigating. Check the edge and metal color. If your coin appears darker, lighter, or even slightly different in weight compared to regular 5 new pence coins, it might have been struck on the wrong planchette, a potential jackpot find. Seek professional grading. If you suspect you have an error, do not clean or polish the coin. Send it to a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, for authentication. A certified error coin can multiply in value instantly once it's verified. Recent sales and record values. Now, let's talk about real money, because this is where things get exciting. While official public sales of 1968 era 5 new pence coins are rare, some have surfaced on auction sites and private sales over the years. A double strike error example was reportedly sold privately for £3,500 in 2021. A coin collector forum in 2022 discussed a possible wrong planchette 1968 specimen, which experts estimated could fetch over £100,000 if confirmed genuine, and in 2024, reports circulated of a 1968 5 new pence prototype error being valued by a specialist for an eye-watering £150,000, though it's believed to remain in a private collection.